Okay, am I audible? Let me know. Ankita, Ramya. Yeah. Okay. So, coming to this week's current affairs, Mesolithic rock art or paintings were found at Hyderabad, that is at Manchirevula. Even earlier, also, Hyderabad was in news because of a statue of equality. Statue of equality. Statue of equality belongs to which saint? Statue of equality belong to which saint? Which is unveiled at Muchintal, if I am not wrong, Muchintal. This is Manchirevula. Manchirevula is near to the Gandipet. Yes, it is a statue of Ramanuja. Okay. Yes. Again, even of course nowadays we are having many statues. Where is the statue of peace? Statue of peace. Where is the statue of peace? Statue of peace. Statue of peace. In which city statue of peace is there? You know, Statue of Unity is Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel. Statue of peace. So please check Statue of Peace at Srinagar, if I am not wrong. Statue of Peace at Srinagar, if I am not wrong. Again, the same Saint Ramanuja. Check it, Statue of Peace. Okay? Yes. Statue of Peace. Okay, no issue. Now, so in the ancient period, especially in the rock ages, there was no script. Okay, they used to communicate with the help of these paintings, and the theme in these paintings was hunting, hunting, or even they showed birds, fishes, etc. Okay, and even the figures of human beings were also shown. A significant archaeological discovery was made in the Manchirevula Forest Trek Park near Hyderabad. Yes, it is. Uh, the forest cover is good to some extent, and even many. I mean, spiritual centers are also located in this region, and they date back to Mesolithic period, and even in the history we have discussed Bimbetka caves, paintings in the Bimbetka caves. If I am not wrong, they are also in the list of World Heritage Sites. Bimbetka caves. Okay. The paintings, which are in red pigment, depict three tortoise, a fish, and a geometric motif. Yes, the paintings are approximately, of course, they belong to the Mesolithic era. And when you come to the Mesolithic era, it is between 10,000 to 4,000 BC. And now the site is well preserved. Of course, now they have put fencing, but even earlier also, as it was, it had a, I mean, natural cover. Um, it was preserved to a larger extent. Now, of course, government is taking the steps. And what is the meaning of prehistory? Prehistory. So, prehistory, again, protohistory, again, history. So, when you come to the prehistory, to conclude this period's history, we are not having any written evidences. With the help of artifacts and paints, we will conclude the socio-economic political conditions. Okay. Yes. And this proto-history is the transmission period. There was no script, but there was a developed language. Through oral transmission, the things were done. And when you come to the history, in the history you are having the all written evidences. The term prehistory refer to the distant past, when there was no paper or language, hence paintings and drawings were the oldest art forms. So here, of course, as they lived in the caves, they used to make some sort of paintings in the caves. Now, the first discovery, this may be important for our prelims point of view. The first discovery of rock paintings was made in India in 1867-68 by an archaeologist, Archibald Carliel, 12 years before the discovery. Of course. Now, so when you come to the paintings of this Paleolithic age, again, Paleolithic age is divided into Upper Paleolithic and also Mesolithic rock paintings. And in the earlier days, it was having the linear representation. And you try to remember this site, Vindhya ranges of Madhya Pradesh. And when you come to the, Mesolithic, Bhimbetka caves are very popular. And here they showed all the nature. That's all. Okay. Now, so next is royalty rates. And even in our routine classes, time and again, we will encounter what is royalty. Royalty. What is royalty? So royalty is some sort of tax levied by the government on the mineral wealth. Suppose even in my land, if I am having any mineral wealth, any mineral resource, to explore that minerals, I have to take permission from the government. I have to take mining lease. Without taking that permission, I cannot mine. Saying that as it is in my land, I will do as I like. It is wrong. We have to take the mining permission. And accordingly, based on the quantity that we have, excavated, we have to pay the royalty. That is called as royalty. Of course, for major minerals, central government will levy that. If I am not wrong, for minor minerals, the state government will levy that thing that is called as the royalty. Okay. Now, so why it is in news? Now it is in news because the central government has reduced royalty on very important strategic minerals. The reason behind reducing this royalty is to minimize the imports. And even earlier, these minerals were in the list of atomic minerals. If they are in the list of atomic minerals, only government has to excavate or explore that minerals. Now, even now, they were removed from the list of atomic minerals. Now, even a private person can also excavate that minerals. So its aim is to see that if private people will participate in mining, automatically they will have the more responsibility, more accountability, and more profit motive. Automatically, for more extent or for a huge volume, they will explore the mineral and excavate the mineral, which will help us to reduce the import burden. And one is import, and the second thing is they are very important in the modern technological innovations like electric vehicles. So lithium is widely used, and rare earths we have discovered on many occasions. This rare earths application is increasing day by day. So remember this one. Now they have reduced earlier, even now also on few minerals. India is having a largest percentage of royalty. Even it is discouraging the exporters also. Okay. The Union Cabinet approved amendments to the Mines and Mineral Development and Regulation Act 1957, specifying royalty rates for three critical and strategic minerals, that is lithium, niobium, and rare earth elements. So royalty rates are fees paid to the government for the extraction of minerals from a specified area. Second schedule of MMDRA 1957 deals with the royalty rates. And even now, these minerals are delisted from atomic minerals. Why? If they are in the list of atomic minerals, only government should explore. And government is not having the money to involve in innovative mining. Innovative mining. Now, private people, you can see they are having thousands of crores, hundreds of crores, and even they will raise the money from the markets. So it is a best idea and good idea of the government to see that private entrepreneurs participation will increase in this field instead of importing. And even in the last class also we have discussed, one supranation has passed a bill to see that indigenous mining of these minerals will be increased such that the uh, 90% reliability on imports from China will reduce. What is that supranation which has passed the bill? We have discussed that in the last class. Yes, excellent. It is the European Union. European Union has passed a bill to this extent that they should take steps to see that imports from China will be minimized, and they should have their indigenous production. So, in the same way, accordingly, Indian government has also taken steps to decrease the royalty rates, and automatically it will boost the investments from the private sector. So these minerals were delisted from atomic minerals and can now be auctioned to the private sector. The approved royalty rates are as follows: lithium, niobium, rare earth elements, and the price is based on the London Metal Exchange price, not India. Of course, it will be fluctuating. Accordingly, Indian prices will also fluctuate. The reason for this is to allow these private players to even export also. Okay? Yes. If not specified, the royalty rate for minerals is 12% of the average sale price, and which is highest. It is one of the highest in the world. Among the world countries. Significance of fixing royalty rates: encouraging indigenous mining of these minerals is crucial for reducing imports, boosting mining sector. Yes, if mining sector is boosted, automatically we can have our own resources, and even it will also give push to the employment opportunities. Again, it will also give push to many industries, and promoting economic development and supporting India's energy transition from fossil fuels to clean and green energy, that is EV. If you want to promote the electric vehicles, uh, lithium is widely used in manufacturing that batteries. They are called as lithium batteries. Okay, and supporting India's transition and national security. The move is also expected to create job opportunity, no doubt. Okay, yes, and initiative for critical minerals exploration. That is the steps taken by the government. Now MMRDA, yes, they have removed these minerals from the list of atomic minerals and also reduce the royalty. That is one thing, because you may expect such kind of questions. Now there is no life without these minerals. And Khanij Bidesh India Limited, it is a government joint venture that aims to secure critical minerals globally with a focus on Australia and South America. Okay. And India's mineral royalty rates are among the highest in the world, no doubt. And application of these minerals. Of course, maybe time and again we are discussing these minerals, even in the last class also. Lithium, alkali metal used in rechargeable batteries for our mobiles, laptops, electric vehicles, and medical devices like pacemaker. So, pacemaker is installed, I think, if I am not wrong, it is related to the heart. Now, rare earth, a group of 17 odd minerals, including scandium, yttrium, cerium, etc. They are widely used as catalysts, common magnets, alloys, manufacture of glass, electronics, etc. And niobium, It is like silver and it is corrosion resistant oxide layer on its surface. The main source of niobium is the mineral columbite, which is found in countries such as Canada, Brazil, Australia. And from that, you can manufacture stainless steel, which is used in jet engines, etc. Okay, now. So when you come to the geographical indication, time and again, many items will get the geographical indication. So it is very tough to remember, but still there is no other way. We have to at least have a idea. Like in the earlier first paper of Telangana TSPSC Group 1 prelims, they asked about the chutney, which is made from ants and which we have discussed in the class. That chutney appeared in the examination. But you know, TSPSC did not like that chutney. They cancelled that exam. And even second time also they cancelled exam. And third time, I think they have not yet given the dates. Okay? Yes. Geographical indication. The cashew industry in Goa recently received a geographical indication which has significant implication for the region. Automatically, the demand will increase because only unique items are recognized. Like earlier, we have discussed many things in the class. So differentiation from non-Goan cashews. So if you go to the market, if you ask any item, they will say one price for brand and very less price for the non-brand items. Now it has become the branded items as it got the GI tag, and even the farmers who grow this cashew will also now bargain for more and more price. Okay? Yes. And automatically export potential will also increase. And in Andhra, Palasa is also famous for the cashew. Cashew was introduced to Goa by the Portuguese in the 16th century, no doubt. And even they were the people who constructed first church. Okay? And it has since become a significant contributor to the state's economy. And you know, just now I told about the church. And in who is the person who has organized and founded the church? Who is that apostle who is responsible for the organization and foundation of the church? Yes, Kasi Vishwanath had it. Online side, the person who is responsible for organizing that church. So nobody from online side? Any problem, any issue with the mic? Nobody? So, if I am not wrong, as revealed by our offline student, Saint Francis Xavier, Saint Francis Xavier, Saint Francis Xavier. Okay? Yes, 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 yes. So, this is how you people are studying. It is not your mistake because for many people there is no date in front of them. Even there is date also, the dates are ambiguous. And your inner soul says that if you start reading, your inner soul says that no, don't read. Exam will be postponed. Okay, that is what happening for you people, if I am not wrong. Okay? Yes. ठीक है. Now, Bima Vahak. Bima Vahak. So, Bima Vahak is a program started by the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority or our Indian government. So, to see that more people will get awareness with regard to the insurance and various types of insurances. And rural people should get awareness with regard to their insurance coverage. Okay? Yes. See, actually, before going into this, how can you say that? What is the scale to measure the awareness of people with regard to insurance? A term is used that how many people in India or a country have insurance cover. Yes, yes. That is the insurance penetration. Insurance penetration. Insurance penetration. What is meant by insurance penetration? What is meant by insurance penetration? Percentage of people having insurance coverage. So Swami is wrong. Anybody from online side, what is the meaning of insurance penetration? So you people should know such kind of terms to address the questions in the mains. So obviously nobody. See, whenever you want to cover yourself, you are having two types of insurances, life and non-life. Life is for us, non-life is for our vehicles or our household items also. Even for your mobile also, you will get insured. So when you come to the insurance penetration, it is the percentage of premium collected to the gross domestic products, to the GDP. Percentage of premium collected to the country's gross domestic product. That is the meaning of insurance penetration. And in India, it is very less. It is maybe 5 or 6%. Many people now are not interested. Of course, after COVID-19, the studies reveal that the demand for health insurance has increased, and now it has become common. Health insurance has become common. And again, the companies are also facing some issues because for small ailments also, the private hospital will charge exorbitant fees, where ultimate loser is the insurance company, not the policy holder. Policy holder will enter into the hospital without cash, cashless entry. Okay, yes. So it is how you people are studying, and not even a single person is able to answer. Not even a single person, offline and online, both. Even great person like Jagan is also unable to answer. You have answered in the same manner? No. Yes, please try to remember such kind of things. Now, the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India has announced the guidelines for the women-centric insurance distribution channel called Bima Vahak will become effective upon the launch of Bima Vistar. It has not launched. Bima Vistar is not launched. Before that, they want to make guidelines. With regard to appointment of this Bima Vahak. The primary objective of Bima Vahak is to establish a dedicated distribution channel focused on enhancing insurance inclusion. And as this Bima Vahak person is a local person, automatically the people may get encouraged. See, if any outsider comes, they will not rely on the outsider. Okay? Yes, it is the main aim. Uh, enhancing insurance inclusion and awareness in every village gram panchayat, thereby increasing the accessibility and availability of insurance throughout the country. That is very important. Now you can see we can have our cover instantaneously. You can purchase the policy online. Even we will purchase policy for our vehicles also online. There is no need of any mediator. Earlier, mediator was need. Everything was manual. Now everything is through the internet. Okay? Yes. Now, IRDA stands for the Insurance Regulatory and Development Authority of India, established on April 2000 to regulate the insurance industry. And the main aim is to see that the industry will have a healthy growth and interest of policyholders. Means, suppose if a person has covered his life by making appropriate policy, and when the company has not paid him in time, then you can complain to the IRDA. Now, IRDA has given norms. Without the permission of the IRDAI, no insurance company can introduce the insurance policy. Earlier, they were policy, become Koteshwarudu, and all such kind of policies were put to an end. What I mean to say is, IRDA asked the insurance companies to launch the policies which are realistic. What is realistic? In common sense, your hard work will give you the job is the realistic. And even it needs some time, it is the realistic. You cannot cover all the GS subjects in 1 month or 2 months. It is myth. So here IRDAI sees that whether the company is giving the realistic policy or only to get the business, they are creating hype. So it is also checked by the IRDAI. And promoting the orderly growth of insurance industry, that is very important. There should be a healthy competition. If there is unhealthy competition, everything will collapse. Now take the example of the telecommunication sector, cell phone provider in particular. Earlier, it was facing a challenging time. Now, to some extent, it is okay because IRDA has, Telecom Regulatory Authority of India has fixed the prices. Now, almost all every cell phone provider is having almost all same rates. Okay? Yes. Try to remember what is meant by insurance penetration. That is very important. Now, what is help program? Help. So it is related to the cattle, control of cattle diseases. Okay. The Department of Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India introduced a help accredited agent for health and extension of livestock production program in the state of Jharkhand. Of course, many states have been initiated this. This program aims to empower women by engaging them as accredited agents who play a vital role in disease control, animal tagging, and livestock insurance. You know, animal tagging, and even for the years of animal, they will put one hologram or something, and that cattle will be insured. That is the need of the hour. If not, somebody will take my cattle. Okay? Yes. A help initiative is being implemented in various Indian states. No need to worry. So actually, it is a exotic species, Prosophis juliflora. Okay? Now it has grown in the headquarters of NSG. Now they are fighting with this plant instead of fighting with the terrorists. Of course, our NSG and our military nowadays they are active. See, in spite of threats from the neighboring countries, we are sleeping in the night without any tensions. Of course, many people will also sleep in the class also. Okay? Yes. The National Security Guard is waging a battle against the invasive plant species Vilayati kikar as its Manesar campus located near the Delhi Ajmer highway. The problem with it is they will deplete the water level. The second thing is they will grow extensively, not allowing the other plants to grow because they will not allow other plants to have the photosynthesis. These invasive trees have led to a depletion of the water table in the region. The NSG is also employing the Miyawaki plantation. Time and again, we have encountered Miyawaki plantation, including the Hyderabad and also Telangana government. Miyawaki plantation belong to which country? Actually, Miyawaki Madam belong to which country? Excellent. All good offline students. Yes, Asma Jabin, Japan. Time and again we are discussing that. Miyawaki. In the same line, uh, we are having a term or a program to clean the Ganga water, and the Ganga water Ganga water is cleaned by the villagers, and it is used for their irrigation. Now it is highly polluted. What is the name? What is the word used to refer that issue? Yes, excellent. Offline students were able to answer. So, not Amrit Sarovar. Amrit Sarovar is a project to rejuvenate and re-energize the tanks, like the Mission Kakatiya in Telangana, Ankita, Madhuri, and our great Aparna. Everybody is saying Amrit Sarovar. It is Sichwal method. We have discussed several times. Sichwal method. Sichwal. Okay? So now it seems that everybody is playing snake and ladder chart. Okay? Aparna went to the top and snake has followed her, and again she came to the bottom. Like other students also. Okay? Yes, my dears. Okay? Now, yes. The invasive Vilayati kicker has been detrimental to the area's biodiversity, blocking sunlight and preventing the growth of the other plants. Of course, remember. Now, why natural rubber is in news? Why I am taking that issue? Of course, natural rubber we have discussed in our Indian geography, agricultural topic, and even we have discussed about its scientific name, its application, and the processing of natural rubber, that is latex. Latex is processed, and that process is called as vulcanizing. And in that vulcanizing, which metal is widely used? Sulfur is widely used. Everything is over. Last class, we have discussed about the coffee. Why we have discussed about the coffee? Because coffee growers meeting was held. In the same way, the rubber, the annual rubber conference of the Association of National Rubber Producing Countries took place in Guwahati. Now, issues faced in rubber industry. Now it is less mechanization. It is not having high mechanization. So now you cannot rely on the human power because they are having more opportunities. Mechanization in rubber plantations, sustainable agriculture practices, supply chain strengthening. It is common for every product, and value addition for rubber wood to ensure the sustainability of rubber farming. If there is no value addition, the farmer will not get more price for his commodities. Yes, value addition is very important. Take the example of milk. 1 liter of milk is 80 rupees, but if that milk is processed into sweet or basundi, etc., automatically the person will get more price. So that is the magic of the value addition. The conference also discussed the Inroad project, which aims to expand rubber cultivation in northeastern states. But you know, rubber requires high temperature and heavy rainfall. So it is grown in the areas very near to the equator, and Kerala is the largest producer of rubber in India. And Hevia brasiliensis is the scientific name of the rubber. And with the new species, they may introduce that in the northeastern states. With the support of Automotive Tire Manufacturing Association. Why this? Because this rubber is widely used in manufacture of automobile tires. Now see, number of diesel vehicles may decrease, number of petrol vehicles may decrease, but the number of vehicles will not decrease. Vehicles will maybe electric vehicles will come, whatever may be the vehicle, but they require tire. So there will not be any recession, in my opinion, in the tire industry, no doubt in it. ANRPC is an intergovernmental organization comprising 13 member countries, including India. Of course, the organization was established in 1970 to promote the collaboration of nations with regard to the rubber. Now, natural rubber is a polymer of isoprene. We are talking about the natural rubber. Even synthetic rubber is also manufactured with the help of chemical reactions. Of course, Hevia brasiliensis. And ancient is made to the rubber tree, latex is collected, and it is processed. That process is called as vulcanization. Age is 32 years, and it is grown in the hilly areas, well-drained soils, okay? And heavy rainfall and high temperature is needed. And it requires good humidity, almost all 80%. Yes. Natural rubber is preferred over synthetic rubber due to its high tensile strength and vibration dampening property, along with tear resistance. So these are important properties which are needed for the manufacture of a good tire, because nowadays the vehicles are moving at a high speed. So tensile strength and also tear resistance is also need of the hour. Okay. Yes. Now, world major producers: Thailand, Indonesia, Malaysia. In India, 75% of India's rubber comes from Kerala, followed by Tamil Nadu, Karnataka. And India is the fifth largest producer and second largest consumer of natural rubber. India currently meets 40% of its requirement through imports. So you are having huge potential. 60% through just indigenous manufacturing, 40% through imports. Okay? Yes. Rubber Board of India, established in 1955. Its headquarters is at Kottayam in Kerala. And this board is under the Ministry of Commerce and Industry. You have to remember which board is under which ministry. Okay? Yes. Now, what is Operation Ajay? Of course, you are having many operations. Even in the morning also, sir was discussing about the Israel and Palestine issue. So Operation Ajay is the evacuation of Indians safely from the Israel. Okay. India has initiated Operation Ajay to evacuate its citizens from conflict-stricken Israel. This marks the second excavation operation of the year, following Operation Kaveri, which brought back Indians from Sudan earlier. The decision to initiate Operation Ajay comes in response to recent conflicts in the region. Various other past names, you are having many things. Operation Dost, Turkey, Syria. Operation Ganga, tensions between Russia and Ukraine. Even the military cargo planes were also used to evacuate Indians from the Ukraine. Okay? Yes. And Vande Bharat, COVID-19 pandemic. Operation Samudra Setu, same, COVID-19 pandemic. Evacuation from Brazil, terrorist strikes, etc. You try to remember. Now, what is Telemanas? What is Telemanas? Excellent, Ramya. And Telemanas. So, like Telemanas is through telephone counseling for mentally weak students or weak persons. And I am daily motivator for you, for my students, few of whom are mentally slow or mentally they will not listen my words, excluding. Okay? Yeah. Telemanas. India's Telemanas, a round-the-clock mental health line. Actually, it is needed. Now you can see quota. Last class we have discussed. The number of suicides among the Students who are taking coaching in quota is increasing because of abnormal pressure on them. You have to get ranked. You have to get ranked. If not, I will see your end. Finally, show their end to their parents. Yes. Launched on World Mental Health Day in 2022 has received over 3,40,000 calls from 32 states and union territories. See how many people are mentally in a bad position. One of the reason for this is they will compare their life and achievement with other people. And see, now I cannot become the Prime Minister of India. And if I see the Modi and cry daily, then automatically one fine day you will come to the Erragada hospital to console me or to meet me. Yes, our ambition should be within our reach and control. Understand? Yes. The helpline was initiated in response to the increased mental health challenges brought about by the COVID-19 pandemic. Yes, even it is spreading more because after COVID-19, the business patterns have changed. Some businesses are collapsing, some are rising. Huge competition. Whatever you want to purchase, you will see the price in the online. Then who will purchase with the vendor? Automatically, they are facing lot of hardship. Telemanas is a mental health helpline in India. Of course. Telemanas offer 24/7 mental health care services. Sometimes they may ask even the number also. If you are interested, you remember. Now, why habitat rights is in the news? What is the meaning of habitat right? To some extent, we have discussed that in our sociology classes, GS sociology, not optional sociology. Habitat rights. Now take the example of tribes who live in the forest. They should have the rights over the forest produce. That is the meaning of habitat rights. Now many tribal people are losing their livelihood. Why? Depletion of forests for some or other reasons. Okay? So to see that particularly vulnerable tribal groups' interests are not harmed. See, earlier we had only tribal groups. Who are tribal groups? Who are termed as aboriginals and who are insulated from the modern culture. They cannot easily mingle with the mainstream cultured people. So for that purpose, Constitution itself took many safeguards, including Schedule 5 and 6, which we have discussed in the polity class. But in course of time, even PVTG, particularly vulnerable tribal group, came into existence on the recommendations of which commission, which we have discussed in our sociology classes. Indian society, earlier, long back, I taught for you people. Any person from online side, on the recommendation of which committee, particularly vulnerable tribal groups were recognized, were identified, means the people who are more vulnerable. Excellent. Bhagavati, excellent. Debar committee. Excellent, Bhagavati. Okay? And Lokur committee is also with regard to tribes only. A definition of tribes was given. Lokur committee. Okay? Yes. Very good. Habitat rights. The Baiga, particularly vulnerable tribal group, PVTG in Chhattisgarh, has been granted habitat rights, making it the second PVTG to receive such rights in the state. Out of 75 PVTGs in India, only 3 have received habitat rights, including the Baria PVTG in MP, the Kamar tribe, and now the Baiga tribe in Chhattisgarh. So remember, the Kamar tribe, Baiga tribe, only 2 are having the rights. Habitat rights are granted under the Forest Rights Act to see that they will have the right on the forest produce. and to preserve their culture and traditions, livelihood means, and even knowledge with regard to biodiversity. It is also needed. If they are not created awareness with regard to biodiversity, then the forest produce may deplete, which may cause harm to the people who are living in that forest. Yeah, habitat rights help safeguard traditional livelihoods and ecological knowledge, and they empower PVTG communities to access that is common. Now, PVTGs are a subclassification of scheduled tribes in India. They are considered more vulnerable than regular scheduled tribes. PVTGs are characterized by declining or stagnant population, low level of literacy, and pre-agriculture level of technology. Means primitive technology. Automatically, our yield will be very less. And finally, economically backward. The government of India renamed primitive tribal groups as PVTG. The Debar Commission created the PTG category in 1973. So, on the recommendation of this commission only, a special emphasis was given to a section of tribes who are backward among the other tribes in their community. Now, Indus Valley civilization, burial site and town, where a burial site and town was excavated in recent days. So definitely this year prelims you will get a question from IVC, especially from these sites. Definitely. From which state? This news is from which state? The site is in which state? So nobody is studying the paper also. No paper, no study, nothing is there. Archaeologists have uncovered a sprawling burial site in India belonging to one of the world's earliest urban civilization, the Indus Society, near Katia village in Kutch region of Gujarat. And tell me another IVC site in Gujarat. At least tell me that, Mr. Naneshwar. Tell me a site in Gujarat. Lothal, yes, Lothal, probably the first tidal port of the world. Probably the first tidal port of the world, Lothal. Okay? Yes, even Dolavira. Surkatoda. Not Satkajandar, Surkatoda. Satkajandar is the westernmost side. Yes. The 40-acre cemetery discovered may be the largest pre-urban cemetery of its kind, dating back to 5200 years. Of course, it is very big, very big, very big. Excavations have revealed over 500 graves, including unique features. See, we have discussed century or 37 burials. We have discussed in our routine classes century or 37 burials. Century or 37, if I am not wrong, it is in the Harappa, yes. And we have discussed the burials were constructed with the brick, and even we have discussed that they were buried along with their belongings like lipstick, comb. And nowadays, if you are having the life after, suppose if you are having the belief of life after death, definitely cell phone will be buried along with that person. Definitely. Okay. So even in this burial also, they have found the beads, everything. All their belongings were buried along with that dead person. Okay. Artifacts, see. Excavations have revealed over 500 graves, including unique features like sandstone-lined burial shaft, etc. Artifacts found in the graves include bangles, beads, and pottery. Some people were buried with personal ornaments, beads, omelets, not OM, amulets. Taviz in Hindi and Telugu, it is called as Taviz. To ward off the bad evils that is tied, which could not be passed on to others. Some women were buried with a mirror made of copper. Mirror made of copper. Okay? Adults were buried with different types of vessels associated with serving and storing food. Of course, yes, shell bangles. Infants and children were not usually buried with any pottery or ornaments. Okay. And it is one of the largest civilizations of the world, more than 13 lakh square kilometers now. And it was existing, most of the region is existing in the drainage area of River Indus and its tributaries. Okay? Yes. And we have discussed, they may ask in the examination, dead bodies were placed in the north-south direction. North-south. And were accompanied by food, pottery, jewelry, etc. The graveyard was within the settlement. They practiced 3 types of burial. Complete burial. Yes. Body was buried. Fractional burial. Burial of bones after exposure of the body to birds and bees. Even Parsis now do the same thing. And cremation followed by burial of the ashes. Okay? So the dead body is burnt and the bones are collected and it is buried. It is called as urns, URNS. Okay? You may encounter question. See, there are skeletons. You are having the beads. And we have discussed everything. Till today, it's script is not deciphered. Who is Sarah Sunny? Why Sarah Sunny is in news in the recent days? Sarah Sunny. Yes. Sarah Sunny. Anybody from online side? Offline students are active today. Yes, yes. Sarah Sunny, a 27-year-old lawyer from Bangalore, recently achieved a historic milestone by becoming the country's first deaf lawyer to argue in the Supreme Court. With the help of science, she was able to, she was asked questions and she argued in a fair manner. So, these sort of things are needed to have the inclusion of the people who earlier excluded. You are deaf, you cannot do anything. You are dumb, you cannot do anything. Everybody can do something. Okay? Her groundbreaking journey began when Chief Justice D.Y. Chandrachud allowed a sign language interpreter to assist her during proceedings. Subsequently, the court appointed its own interpreter, a first in its history, to ensure her understanding of the proceedings. So, 3 indigenous products from Arunachal Pradesh received GI tag. One is yak churpi, which is nothing but fermented milk product. It is like paneer. Yak is a animal. Yes. Fermented milk product, cheese made from the unique Arunachali yak breed. Benefits: it is having high percentage of protein and contain omega-3 fatty acid, which is important for the heart health. And antioxidant, it is a source of calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, zinc, vitamin A, vitamin D, and vitamin E. So nature gave us all. Science has gave the person more than required. Yes. More features in our cell phone are not required, but science has given more features. Various apps also, like Swiggy, Zomato, etc. Just for fun. Now, Kamti rice, sticky rice is produced in Namsai district, Arunachal Pradesh. Known for its taste, contains insoluble fiber promoting beneficial gut bacteria. The problem is if you are not having beneficial gut bacteria in the stomach, you will have the problem of acidity. Acidity. Now, remember this. Next product of the Tangsa tribe in. Now they will ask about the Tangsa tribe, not with regard to GI tag. That is how UPSC will ask the question. Tangsa tribe in Changlang district, Arunachal Pradesh. Tangsa tribe is mainly based in Changlang and consists of subtribes. Textiles are known for their exotic designs and colors. Now, OTT platform will not fall under TRAI jurisdiction. That is very important. Okay? The Telecom Dispute Settlement and Appellate Tribunal in India has ruled that over the top OTT streaming platforms like Disney Plus, Hotstar do not fall under the jurisdiction of Telecom Regulatory Authority of India. Instead, they are governed by the Information Technology Rules of 2021. Remember to address the main issues. Now, OTT has become popular. Now, why Pusa 44 paddy variety is in the news? Pusa 44 paddy variety. Excellent, Akhilasri. Anybody from boys side? Yes, excellent, Surendra. Yeah, Pusa 44 is a rice variety in Punjab. Government of Punjab banned this variety of rice, that is paddy, because it is having long gestation period. Because of this long gestation period, what happens? It will consume more water. Second thing, it is not allowing the next wheat crop. There is no time gap between this crop and next wheat crop. So what we are doing, the farmers are involved in the stubble burning. So instead of clearing it, they are simply burning residue. And it is causing pollution in the Delhi, which we have discussed even in the earlier class also. Okay? Yes. The Punjab Chief Minister has announced a ban on the cultivation of the Pusa 44 paddy variety starting next year. Pusa 44 was developed in 1993 and gained immense popularity among Punjab's farmers, covering 70 to 80% of the state's paddy cultivation. For twofold, now it is good. Water conservation, control of pollution. And it is having high yield. Yes, Punjab will have high yield of paddy. Same thing. Extended maturity has a longer maturity period requiring around 160 days to mature, which is approximately 35 to 40 days longer than other paddy variety. Now, water conservation. Yes, 1 kg of paddy requires thousands of liters. Stubble burning, which is harming the nearby Delhi. Now, why the Marrakesh is in news? Of course, one is for earthquake. They faced the earthquake, but still, now why it is in news? Marrakesh. Last topic of this class. The International Monetary Fund and World Bank have convened in Marrakesh, marking their first annual meeting on African soil in half a century. That is very important. Now, they will not give the question with regard to this conference. They will give a question related to the geography, physiography, or anything related to this region. That is very important. Even there was a severe earthquake also. We have discussed that earthquake also in the last classes. These meetings traditionally held outside their Washington headquarters every 3 years. Of course, this time because of COVID-19, they have postponed. Despite facing challenges such as a recent earthquake in the region, the Moroccan government decided to proceed with the event. Morocco, a North African country bordering the Atlantic Ocean, they will ask the geography. The country having this country having boundary with how many countries, and the adjoining strait, etc. A North African country bordering the Atlantic Ocean and the Mediterranean Sea is distinguished by its Berber, Arabian, and European cultural influences. Yes, they will give a question related to this kind of map and also straits, etc. Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for your kind cooperation. Thank you.